Louisiana. It's another Saturday night here of SFL action as we have the 0-9 Queen City Corsairs meeting up against the 3-5 Louisiana Revolution. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Ramos Lynn. Alongside me in the booth is Wade Phillips, also known as Mr. Philadelphia Collins. And Wade, we have a couple of teams, especially Louisiana, here at home looking for a win, trying to still kind of stay and keeping pace in the wild card race. The season is not over for them. For Queen City, they're trying to upset one of the South Division opponents as they tried to do last week against Mexico City. They did have a 10-0 lead. What do you think Queen City has to do to seal the deal and win this matchup?
They definitely have to get something going on the ground. So far in this season, they just have not been able to get really anything going in the ground game. And tonight, they're going to have to lean as much as they can on the run game, get it going. That way, Trellis Blanton doesn't have to do too much through the passing game.
It's a Saturday night of football, and the home team, Louisiana Revolution, will set to return this one and get the ball first. Queen City puts the ball in the air, and we are underway here in southeastern in the United States, in Houma, Louisiana, as the return comes back to the 35-yard line. Pretty decent field position here for the Revs. And we're going to take a look at the Revolution offense first, led by Tommy Utah, the 7-year quarterback. Dwayne Sammons and Chris Grant Jr. are the backs in the backfield, with Cam Collier and Noah Scott as the fullbacks. Wide receivers is Siggy Ronick, Adam Banks, Kingston Ellington, and Mike Twinscrew. The tight ends are JMS, Levi Lees, and Tyler Gregory, and 5 offensive linemen, including Sergei Kotzlov, Cole Katz, Odette Boudreau, Rose Napoli, and Ray Lafayette. For receivers spread up, as this is going to be a check down to Cam Collier for a gain of 4 yards. This Queen City Corsairs defense has been struggling some here in this current season, Wade, but they really need to get off to a strong start here.
They do. They haven't been doing too well against the run, but they have done well against the pass. Just that run game has been killing them.
Going to be a handoff this time, and just a gain of about a couple yards. It's a good defense displayed right there by Stinson, the linebacker. The defensive end, excuse me. We're going to introduce you to the Queen City defense here in just a second. 3rd down and 4 here for Louisiana, with 4 receivers and a tight end. Showing a blitz and coming back is Tommy Utah with the throw, and the pass is almost intercepted right there by Alex Marshall, the free safety, and that's a quick 3-and-out by the Queen City defense.
It is a perfect start for Queen City's defense. Louisiana just couldn't get anything on either of those downs, and now they're looking at receiving this punt and getting their offense out there to get started.
So to punt this football away is Vida Lee, 3rd season here for the Revolution, and she's going to pin the Queen City Corsairs deep in their own 17-yard line. Let's introduce you to the Louisiana defense now. Brian Craven and Gary Burney are the defensive ends. The defensive tackle is Chance Wall. Linebackers, Tommy Wellbrook Bousset, Chuck Diesel, Gary Clem, Blake B. Crace, and Slyn Shady, Evan Arthur, Olamin Hood, Nathan Blake, Dante Grimm, and Tank Bennett are the defensive backs. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Jet Zero pushing Blake B. Craze, or rather Chuck Diesel, for a gain of about 6 yards.
And it's been a quiet season so far for Jet Zero, and he knows he wants to get off running in this game. So far, so good. A 6-yard gain on 1st down.
4-4 defense here for Louisiana. Another toss play. This time is going to be to the fullback, or the backup halfback, Ace Ketchum, for a first down of the game.
Yeah, first down for either of these teams, and that was Ace Ketchum, the backup, getting the first down. Just picked up about 5 yards, just enough to pick up the first.
1st down and 10, split backs formation. Handoff goes to Jet Zero, a gain of another 5 yards, as we're going to introduce you to the Queen City offense. Trellis Blanton is the quarterback. Jet Zero and Ace Ketchum are the halfbacks. Wide receivers are Joseph Boudet and Bob Wood, and the tight end is James Matthew Jr., one of the best tight ends in the league, and has been for a while a five-time All-Star. Last season, season 22, as he's gonna, well, rather the backup is going to go in motion. That's number 89, Doug Jolie. Another heavy set here for Queen City. Back to throw, Blanton. The pass is caught to Jolie, and Jolie pushes one of the defenders for another Corsair first down.
And it's definitely going to take an all-out effort from all of these players for Queen City to really get established early on. And right there, the backup caught it for the first down. He caught it and had some room to run, but was brought down for just about enough for first down.
Louisiana really selling for the run as they're going to come with a blitz. The pass is a quick hitch, caught, and that is Joseph Boudet for a gain of about 3 yards. I'm liking the opening start of the drive here for Queen City. Some runs, a couple of passes right there sprinkle, and they have a pretty decent drive going.
Yeah, absolutely. It's staying balanced, and it's being effective so far.
2nd down and 7 yards to go with 2 tight ends. Another blitz. Blanton with the pass, incomplete. A quick slant, well covered by the Louisiana defense. That was Evan Arthur with the pass deflection.
Very tight coverage by the defense. Louisiana had 2 defenders in the area, so the quarterback tried to get the ball there and thread the needle, but just couldn't get it accomplished.
3rd down and 7 yards to go. 4 wide receiver set. Blanton with a man in motion. That's Doug Jolie, who has a catch early on in this drive. 5 seconds on the play clock. Blanton will throw. Blanton with a slant route is caught again for another first down. That is Bob Wood, first catch of the game for the number 1 wide receiver.
And Queen City is cooking right now. Trellis Blanton is looking possessed out there. Caught it. The receiver caught it to pick up the first down, and now they're in the opponent's territory, looking like they're in pretty good position on Louisiana's side of the field.
Another first down for the Corsairs offense. Blanton to throw. Blanton checks it down to Jet Zero, who has some blockers, and Jet Zero gets 3 yards. And I also like the way they've been, passing the ball around to every receiver. We really haven't even heard about James Matthew Jr. so far.
That's right. Yeah, Trellis Blanton's been spreading it around, and so far it's been able to catch Louisiana off guard, and now they can continue this drive.
High formation for Queen City. Toss play goes to Ace Ketchum. He follows his blocks, gets 2. As this Louisiana defense tries to make a stop here. Nathan Blake on the tackle.
Yeah, they tried that toss. So far it's been somewhat effective and got their blockers out there, but Louisiana got to the ball too quick.
3 wide receiver set here for the Corsairs. Blanton to throw. Blanton outside. Pass incomplete. First target of the game for James Matthew Jr. And the Louisiana Revolution were ready for it. It was going to be a 4th down and 5. And let's see what they tried to do here. I mean, at 0-9, I will not be surprised if they go for it, but they're going to punt. Not a bad drive, though.
No, not a bad way to start off their game.
As Brooks Bernard makes the punt and kicks it to the 17-yard line. That's where we're going to see the Louisiana offense on the field again. This Louisiana offense this season averaging only 14 points per game. That's second to last in the SFL. Sadly, Queen City is last at 11.3 points per game. So a low-scoring game is about what we expect here in this matchup. Utah to throw. The pass deep and well overshoots his intended receiver by about 10 yards.
Yeah, the pass was just way off target, but didn't look like the receiver had much of a step. It looked like it was great defense by Queen City's defensive back, and now Louisiana has to get something going. So far, they have just not been able to get anything to go down for them.
3 wide receivers showing a blitz, backing off, and the running back, Dwayne Sammons, has a first down. First down of the game for Louisiana, 12-yard pickup, and a move of the chains.
And it was a great play call. It's an excellent time to call a draw because you're in 2nd and 10, which is typically when you would see them throw kind of a pass a little bit more intermediate to long range, but that time caught him off guard with the draw and picked up the first down.
Collier now in the backfield, 4 receivers. Utah to throw. Checks it down to Collier, and a great open field tackle right there provided by number 57. That's Casper Haddock, or Haddock.
I have a lot of experience with Casper Haddock. He was on the minor league minors team that I coached.
This defense, not a lot of players in this defense, but the players that they have, pretty nice score, as this is a pass to JMS for a first down. The Queen City defense, Chad Stinson is the defensive end, Emmanuel Petrilla, the defensive tackle. Casper Haddock and Luke Swift are the linebackers. Justin Reside and Ted Haynes are the corners. And the safeties are Alex Marshall and GB Wallace. And guys like Ted Haynes, Justin Reside, you know, they've been in the league for a while. Chad Stinson also has been in the league for a little bit. 3 wide receivers, another draw play. This is going to be Dwayne Salmons breaking a tackle and finally brought down after a gain of about 6 yards, making a second down and 4 yards to go.
Second set of down in a row that they've tried that draw. That time only good for 6, but you know they're doing it in good spots to run that play because it kind of catches the defense off guard where they're expecting a pass on those plays.
Second down and 4. Man in motion, JMS from left to right. 3-4 defense showing here for the Corsairs. Run play, and this is going to be a good hole. Good gain of about 8 yards before he's being brought down to the ground. That is Chris Grant Jr., who I was broadcasting one of the Louisiana games, recently, and he struggled a little bit, but up to a pretty solid start here with a block with Cam Collier.
Absolutely. Was patient on that initial hold that he hit through right there. Kind of got stacked up behind Collier and couldn't go any farther. But hey, picked up the first down, and now they continue to drive and getting close to getting in threatening territory.
First down, 10 yards to go. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Toss play goes to Dwayne Salmons, goes outside and takes up about 5 yards. Justin Resign and company combined with the stop. And after a struggling first drive of the game for Louisiana, they're finally finding their footing here on offense.
Yes, they are. And Salmons up to this game had 561 yards through the ground and continues to tack onto that number so far.
It's going to be a dive play here to Cam Collier for a gain of 5 and a first down. Louisiana barely getting past the sticks. And for the first time tonight, we have a team in scoring range. I formation, 3 wide receivers. Toss play, Dwayne Salmons hurdles a guy and gets 7 on the play. Really good job by the tackles, Wade, blocking and sealing the edges.
Absolutely. Got out there, set the edge, and then that allowed the running back to hit the hole in a hurry and pick up 7. Great blocking and excellent vision by the running back.
23 personnel this time for Louisiana, as the Corsairs bring 8 players, maybe even 9 in the box. Grant doesn't care and gets easily a first down all the way to the Queen City Corsair 15-yard line. Another first down for the Revs.
And that was number 72 on the block, just driving the defense back, setting that edge, and picks up the first down. Excellent blocking by this Louisiana line.
16-yard line to be exact. First down and 10. Maybe another draw play here. That's exactly what we see as Dwayne Salmons gets 9 yards. And I really like the patience on those throw plays. That's one of the keys for that play to work. Wade, you have to let your offensive line open a hole, and your halfback needs to pick up the right space to go.
Exactly. You've got to wait for the perfect opportunity and then explode through the line. Right there, did it. Got 9 yards.
Cam Collier with the dive play will be short, but not past the sticks as Swift makes the tackle. And on 3rd and short, this is going to be a great opportunity for the Corsairs to make a stand. For Louisiana, they have a lot of players they can give the ball to here.
Yes, they do. Salmons has 3 touchdowns on the season. Grant doesn't have any, but then Collier has 1 rushing touchdown as well, so a lot of options.
It's going to be Collier up the middle, and Cam Collier has a touchdown for Louisiana, 6-0 Revs.
And Cam Collier with his 2nd touchdown on the season, that time sprung by excellent blocking by this Revolution offensive line, and also kind of lowered his shoulder and broke a tackle the old-fashioned way and just drug a defender into the end zone for that touchdown. Excellent start for Louisiana. They didn't get it on their first drive, but that second drive, it paid off in kind.
Basically, a running drive here. Louisiana learned from their first possession, and they saw something clearly on this defense that they could exploit, and it was a lot of Dwayne Salmon, some of Chris Grant, and a good bit of Cam Collier in the red zone to put the ball in the paint for 7 points. Louisiana 7, Queen City nothing here to start the game. First quarter, 36 seconds left in the first. Ramos Lynn, Wade Phillips alongside me in the booth. As we continue in this playoff race, Louisiana not out of it just yet. As Joseph Boudet takes a knee, will take it to the 20-yard line. What do you think that Queen City has to do here on this drive? You know, try to string some first downs together. Do you go pass? Do you go run? Balance?
I'm going balanced because on that first drive, when they stayed balanced, got the run game involved, you know, targeted for some short gains through the pass game, it was working until they kind of got stonewalled near the end.
It seems to be a pass, at least on the first play of the drive, as Jet Zero goes in motion to the outside. Blanton to throw. The pass is to James Matthew Jr., first catch of the game for James Matthew Jr. A team that in Queen City that, you know, unfortunately it's been a down season for them. It's a rebuilding year, Wade, but you have to think James Matthew Jr. has to be up there for, you know, all-star nomination and maybe the award for best tight end of the year.
Absolutely. 4th in receptions and 9th in yards. Absolutely. I'm putting him in contention for at least an all-star game.
Jet Zero with the handoff, gets about 3 on the play, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Louisiana 7, Corsairs nothing. You're watching the Simulation Football here, League right here on YouTube. And Wade, we're going to see an aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dax Droneworks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at daxdroneworks.com. Beautiful Houma, Louisiana, with gators and stuff. You know, it's one of those places, Louisiana, I will really love to visit. You know, Houma, New Orleans, one day. I'll go there and visit. I will not be surprised if the SFL convention goes to that area one time in the future, as this toss play will go for a loss of about 3 yards. A curious play call here, Wade. On 3rd and 3, you go with a toss, and that gets blown up in the backfield.
Yeah, there's a time and a place for that toss play, but unfortunately that was not the time nor the place, and it ended up a loss, and now Queen City has to punt it, and Louisiana gets one more crack to get out there and score another touchdown.
This punt goes away, fair caught at the 41-yard line. So Louisiana will have the football again. Great defensive series for Louisiana, Wade. You know, first drive of the game offensively, not great, 3 and out. They come back, score a touchdown, and the defense forces a quick 3 and out. This is really their opportunity to, you know, get up by 2 scores here with good field position.
Absolutely, and the run game was very involved on that last drive. I'd like to see them continue to lean on it a bit. This time I see they're going for the pass.
JMS in motion from left to right. 5 seconds left on the play clock. I mean, Utah has to hurry here. 2 seconds. He snaps it. Utah to throw with time. The pass deep, and the pass is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver. That was number 80, Adam Banks. 3rd season here with the refs. And that's a pretty costly drop.
Yeah, he was running his route over the middle. Went up for it, caught it, but then the defense did a great job just maintaining physical contact, forcing that ball to drop to the ground.
3 wide receiver set now. Nickel defense for the Corsairs. Utah to throw. Utah, another clean pocket, and the pass is caught. Tight coverage, but Mike Twinscrew climbs the ladder and gets the catch for a first down.
He did. He went up for it, caught it, maintained the physical contact in the face of the defender, and that time came down with it, first down, and Louisiana has found something I think they like, targeting this Queen City secondary, and so far they're kind of taking advantage of it.
11 personnel this time for the refs. Balanced formation for the most part. Now they're going to move Mike Twinscrew to the left to make it a 3-by-1 set effectively with a tight end. Handoff goes the opposite side. Chris Grant Jr. for a gain of 4 yards. And I really like the fact that Tommy Utah in this offense, this offensive coordinator, leaning on the run game a little bit here in this game. They have 4 very, very capable backs. And, this is a game in which, they now have the lead. The defense is playing well. They can control it with the run, I believe. Dwayne Sammons now gets the toss and gets about 8 for a first down.
Yeah, you said it. Staying with this run game so far has been very effective. You mentioned the weapons they have, and it's been great blocking up front by the line, the tight ends, everybody involved, the fullback, and it's been effective. Picks up another first down, and Louisiana is very much threatening to get in scoring position on this play.
Another single back with 3 wide receivers. Utah to throw. Utah drops back, and the pass is caught by Mike Twinscrew all the way to the 9-yard line. One of the biggest plays of the game here for either team tonight. And Louisiana again inside the 10.
The one-time All-Star back in season 22, 6'3", and that time went up, caught it, with some daylight and some space around him, caught it, picks up the first, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal. Louisiana looking to make it a 2-score ball game.
Twinscrew, a long-time veteran, 9 seasons in the Simulation Football League, right there with Cam Collier, the most veteran player of this offense. Utah with time, the pass is caught, and kind of running backwards is Kingston Ellington. We'll see if they give him forward progress. But again, this offensive line is doing a really good job, Wade, this entire set. Utah has all day to throw.
Yeah, you're right. And they haven't really had to drop, halfbacks and stuff and fullbacks to stay in their block. They've been able to hold off the defensive line with just the line themselves.
Utah to the end zone. The pass incomplete. Great coverage right there on the deep corner of the end zone. Alex Marshall deflects that one away.
Excellent positioning by the defense right there, just to get in their way of the ball and knock it down. Excellent design by the coverage for the defense. And Queen City needs to hold strong and force Louisiana to only attempt a field goal on this drive, and if they want to stay in this ball game early.
3rd and a long 11 to go for Louisiana. Utah facing the blitz, passes to the outside, caught, touchdown. Oh, what a great back shoulder pass. And Louisiana has 6 more on the board.
Yes, they do. It was a one-on-one play. The defender is on an island. Banks gets right to where he needs to go at the goal line, caught it, and leans in and gets that touchdown. The defense brought a blitz and just left the corners on an island, and ends up the wide receivers win, touchdown for Louisiana.
Pretty decent coverage by Justin Reside on the outside. But, it's said that you cannot defend a perfect pass. And that was as perfect as you can have it. Louisiana 14, Queen City nothing. 6 minutes and 58 seconds left here in the second quarter. And again, you can still remain balanced to your point of the last drive. They really need to involve their big-time players, and namely James Matthew Jr. They need an explosive play from them.
Yes, they do. They need to involve him a lot, early and often.
Queen City has had, throughout this game, pretty tough field position. They'll start again at their own 20-yard line. 4-3 defense as Trellis Glenn goes in the shotgun. It's going to be a power play as Jet Zero goes absolutely nowhere. Loses 5 on the play. Completely snuffed away by the defense.
Yeah, right there. He's going out for that kind of stretch play, maybe a sweep, and that time Louisiana was not fooled. And we have an update from the other game. Nashville dominating Canton in the first half, 17-0 with 13 seconds left in the second quarter.
Nashville tempo trying to make the playoffs in their first season. There's a deep pass and almost intercepted again. We've seen a couple of throws, go right through the right seam, Wade, and the passes have been overshot by like 10 yards.
Absolutely. It's been off target, and then on that play, Louisiana was in position to make the interception, but unfortunately they just dropped it, and now it sets up a 3rd and 15.
Great receivers, top of your screen. Blanton facing the pressure. Blanton passes deep, and the pass in double coverage is incomplete. James Matthew Jr., the intended receiver, you know, and I've seen it a lot here, throughout the season. Wade trying to force feed James Matthew Jr. In double, triple coverage. He's your best receiver, but sometimes he can backfire on you.
Absolutely. I mean, you can target your best option, but I mean, when it's double and triple coverage, you're just kind of setting them up to fail. So you need to kind of scheme them open with plays that utilize weaknesses in the defense.
Mike Twinsper returns this one to the Queen City 46-yard line. And another good field position here by the refs. He just put a shoulder on one of the players. Number 28, James Fenderson. It's a 4-string running back. From the 46-yard line, Louisiana and Queen City territory. Dime defense for the Corsairs, unable to put any pressure on Tommy Utah so far. They put a little bit of pressure right there, but he gets it away to Mike Twinsker for a gain of 2.
Yeah, when they brought the pressure up the middle, it forced the quick pass. Fortunately for the offense, they picked up 2 on the play, but great job by Queen City to bring some heat from the middle and try to force the offensive line to pick up the man.
2nd down and 8, draw play. Dwayne Sammons gets about 7.5. Gonna make it a 3rd down and inches. I think this is Cam Collier time.
I believe so. You know, he's their short yards, move the chains monster, and so far Sammons 8 carries, 52 yards, but I see Collier in their future.
3rd down and inches, give it to Collier, easy 1st down. Gets 3. Another move the chains by the Revolution.
And it is impressive watching this Revolution offensive line. They are just getting push up front, and it lets these running backs and fullbacks just eat up all the yardage they want, it seems, on the run game.
4 receivers spread out. Handoff on the stretch goes to Sammons, and for the first time, I believe, Queen City able to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, a little bit of the commentator curse right there. As soon as I say something nice about the offensive line, the defensive line gets pressure, pushes up, and forces the running back to get stacked up behind the line.
2nd down and 11 yards to go. Utah to throw, scrambles to the left. Utah plants his feet, and the pass incomplete. It looked like he had Mike Twinsper pretty open and just overshot him by a couple yards.
Yeah, Utah was just a little bit off, a little long on the pass. It looked like a post route that was open for Twinsper, but just off target, and now we're looking at a 3rd and 11.
Just on the outskirts of field goal range, Utah scrambles. Utah deep, and the pass is caught wide open, and breaking a tackle is Louisiana for another 1st and goal. Kingston Ellington, and he was close from breaking the plane.
Yeah, I'd like to see them maybe challenge that. I thought he was going to make it in. Right here when he catches it, turns around, breaks that tackle, but then he goes for the spin, and there it was. He spins around, and that ball does not go over the plane. Then he gets tackled at the goal line. So, you know, just kind of something you want to see your wide receiver maybe try to just shoulder charge.
Maybe he has money on Cam Collier, 2+ touchdowns, as he gets another one, 20-0, Louisiana.
And that's Cameron Collier's 3rd touchdown of the season on the ground. And it's been a story of this line. They are just opening up holes. And so far, Collier has been the beneficiary of the 2 touchdowns today, but the rest of the running backs have been really feasting so far.
Louisiana really putting their foot down on this one as they lead now 21-0. Midway through the 2nd quarter. Been Ever since that first drive, Wade, it's been a complete game here for the Revolution as they are rolling.
Absolutely. It started out so wildly opposite where Louisiana had the 3 and out on their first drive. Then Queen City looked like they were threatening to score and then eventually got bottled up and had to punt it. So from then on, Louisiana has just been rolling.
Goudet takes it to the 26-yard line. The SFL convention is headed to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. Bunch formation for Queen City. Checks it down to Jet 0, gets about 4 on the play. And right now for Queen City, Wade, just establish a decent drive, even if you can get 3 points on the board before the end of the half. That
Absolutely.
can put a little bit of momentum in your team.
Absolutely. And while you're at it, run down a little bit of the clock so Louisiana can't kind of strike back, get some points of their own.
Hand off to the outside, a gain of 2 yards with Ace Ketchum.
And I mean, if they can keep, getting something going on the run game, it's going to help them because Trellis Blake can't do it all on his own.
Hand off to Jet 0, first down. As Queen City is able to move the chains.
And at least it's not a 3 and out.
Yes, exactly. 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. You need to string a few first downs. Even if you can only get 3 points, it's better than nothing here just to end the first half of play. Toss, Ketchum, not enough blocks and not enough room for Ace Ketchum on the outside, loses 1.
The defense was in there in a hurry and brought him down. Right there is number 27 on the tackle. That's Tank Bennett getting the tackle. 6'4", 227. A pretty big safety laying the wood and getting a tackle for a loss on the play.
Blanton to throw. Checks it down. 0. Loses 2 more.
It's just not happening.
On the outside.
It's just not happening. I mean, they tried it. They tried that little swing out, but Louisiana's defense has been playing that play so well today, and it's just been producing nothing. And Louisiana's defense got to stop, and now Queen City's got to do something.
Blanton throws deep, and the pass, another pass off the seam that gets overshot by about 10 yards. And Queen City will be forced upon as we reach the 2-minute warning. Louisiana 21, Queen City nothing. You're watching the Simulation Football here, league right here on YouTube. Wade, for Queen City again, this has been a season of a little bit of a rebuild. Trying to find their footing, trying to, at least get a core of players they can build upon. We're going to have a draft upcoming in the off season. Try to get new players. Maybe they can get some pieces from free agency. They have a decent core of players, I believe. I like Jade 0. I like James Matthew Jr. Justin Reside, on and off the field, is a guy that you can build upon. Alex Marshall. I mean, they have a few guys, right? They do have, I believe, they have a young quarterback in Trellis Bland who has, shown some promise. They just need to get more people on their team.
Yeah, you're right. They've got one of the smaller rosters in the league, and if they, like you mentioned, if they can get that core established, they can do well. It's just like you mentioned before, they're in a rebuilding state, and they just need to get that core established and build from there.
Wayne Salmons with another draw play, gets 7 on the play. Louisiana, I believe, will remain aggressive without forcing it too much. At least try to get in scoring range to at least get a field goal to end the half. Collier, wide open room on the middle, gets a first down, and Louisiana calls their first time out of the half. Collier
has been feasting on that play, that dive up the middle from the fullback, and he's picked up 4 or 5 yards each time he's carried it. On average 4.2 yards in the 2 touchdowns, and he's been feasting on that all day.
Utah 13 pass attempts, 8 completions. QBR north of 100. He's going to throw again. Pass over the middle is called to the tight end, John Michael Southern, as Louisiana's going to call their second timeout of the half.
And John Michael Sudduth, 6'7" target, just feasts on those plays just like that in the middle. That big target is hard to miss, and he's very sure-handed and can come down with just about all those if they're not contested right.
Ronick in motion, making a trip set. Utah to throw. Utah with pressure and finally goes down. Emmanuel Petrilla with the sack. First sack of the game by either team tonight, as Queen City gets a great play on defense.
Yeah, it looked like Odette Boudreau kind of pushed the defensive lineman into the quarterback right there. Had a chance to win the block, but unfortunately not for this offense.
Man in motion is Kingston Ellington. 2 grabs so far in this game for 28 yards. Utah to throw. Utah passes deep, and the pass is caught. Adam Banks, second catch of the game. 56 seconds and counting. No huddle offense. Utah to throw again. Utah, middle, incomplete in double coverage. Luke Swift makes the pass deflection on defense.
And I was wondering if maybe Utah saw something getting on him from the defensive line on the the pass rush that made him throw it to the double covered wide receiver, but incomplete.
We've seen this motion before here for Louisiana. Twin screw goes in motion, gets put in the slot, trying to work on the safety or the number 3 wide receiver, or number 3 corner, excuse me, as well they will throw it to Kingston Ellington, and he was well covered. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10 upcoming.
Excellent defense by Queen City right there. They had multiple defenders in the area and did not allow the Louisiana wide receiver, that was Kingston Ellington, to come down with the pass.
From the 17-yard line, Utah to throw. Utah deep, the pass incomplete. Justin Reside in the coverage. That was the same play, or pretty much the same, almost the same play as they used to score the touchdown on their previous possession, or a couple possessions ago. This time Justin Reside with great position and forcing in at least half a stop, as Louisiana will be forced to set for a field goal attempt. 34 yards. As the kick is up and good, right up the middle. As Otis Boudreau puts 3 on the board, a 2-time All-Star. 24-0 Louisiana over Queen City.
And even though they gave up the field goal, you have to consider that somewhat of a win for Queen City's defense. You know, to give up a pretty good drive by Louisiana's offense and then hold them to only 3 points is something you can take with you going into halftime if, you know, you want to go through the rest of this half, maybe try to put up some points. I wouldn't blame them if they just wanted to kind of run the clock out, just because they're in kind of a weird situation on the field where you don't want to get a takeaway by the defense.
1st down and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. 39 seconds left. Blanton to throw outside. The pass almost intercepted, caught by James Matthew Jr., who fumbles the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds, a 7-yard gain. That was chaotic.
Yeah, at this point, after seeing that, I might just kind of run it up the middle, try to just take it into halftime without giving up more points, because right there, you know, he caught it, almost interception, and then to give up the fumble, it's maybe you're being told something that you should stick to something safe.
Yeah, and then we'll toss it out to Jet Zero, who will be tackled for a loss of maybe half a yard. That will probably be either the last or second last play of the second quarter. Well, Blanton will snap it again. The pass is caught as Wood gets the 1st down, but that's going to be the last play of the second quarter. Louisiana 24, Queen City 0. And Wade, want to hear your thoughts of the first half? A first half that has been dominated by the home team.
Absolutely. Started off this game, Queen City was looking like they were going to establish a rhythm. That first drive kind of stalled out in Louisiana territory, but then, you know, their defense started with the 3 and out, but then they just couldn't get it going with their defense or their offense. Louisiana's been running it all they want. They've been passing it to their playmakers and have been getting big chunks of gains on offense. And so far, we've just got to see Queen City come up with something in the second half that really gets their run game going, because their pass game has just been absolutely, you know, just not getting it done. And so they've got to get something that works.
Collier, the player of the first half with 2 tutties. As the Louisiana Revolution running game has been on fire. Let's take a quick halftime break presented by Brakes GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, brakesgpt.com. As we welcome you back into the booth, Ramos Ling and Wade Phillips. And Wade, Queen City, first drive of the game, they need to put some points on the board and try to get some momentum. If not, the game is going to go completely out of reach.
Absolutely. And right now they're starting off strong, completing that catch right there for the first down for Wood. But like you mentioned, they have got to get some points on the board. Otherwise, I have a feeling Louisiana can really step on the gas and really pull ahead in this second half.
Good route right there by Bob Wood, the 5'10", 185-pound wide receiver. Number 1 option, at least the wideouts for the Corsairs. Very balanced attack so far for Louisiana, 122 passing yards, 100 rushing yards. Hand off to Jet 0, gets 5 on the play. This game, hey, not completely out of reach, Wade. 24-0. It's technically 3 possessions, right? And we've seen crazier comebacks happen in the SFL.
Yes, we have. And yeah, like you said, it's doable. It's only down 3 scores, so they can get a string of plays going where they get some points.
There's going to be a handoff to Ace Ketchum, but well stopped right there by the linebacker. That was number 42, I believe. Tommy Welbrook-Boosie. And 3rd and 5 again for Queen City. So 3rd and the intermediate. James Matthew Jr. not in the formation, at least not that I can see. Blanton scrambles. Blanton tries to get the first down with his legs and gets blown up in the backfield by Tank Bennett. And that's going to be a quick 3 and out.
That was an absolute nightmare of a play for Queen City. Louisiana only rushed 4 defenders on the play, but they had Tank Bennett hanging back in zone. And as soon as Trellis Blanton tried to take off, he just flew right to him and laid the wood and knocked him down and forces this punt.
Twinsper will return this one again, breaks a tackle, and Twinsper takes it to the 27-yard line. That's where Tommy Utah and company will come back into the game. And for me, Wade, the way this things are going, man, just keep it on the ground, right? Not force, being pick sixed or so something crazy happening. Just keep it on the ground. Louisiana knows this is their night.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. Why risk the pick six, like you mentioned? Just stick to the ground. Now they're going to pass it, but hey, they have just been dominating on the run, the ground game, and they should stick with it.
Utah to throw the pass. JMS incomplete. Good hit provided by the safety. That's Marshall.
Another thing about it is it stops the clock whenever you have incomplete passes, where it keeps Queen City in the ball game. If you start getting a few 3-and-outs here and there, you've given them the ball back after only spending 15 seconds on the play clock.
Utah will throw again. Clean pocket again. Pass deep. John Michael Sudden wide open up the seam for a huge Louisiana first down. And, you know, again, outside of that one play where they got a sack, Tommy Utah's jersey has been completely clean all night.
100%. And look at that QB rating, 98.9, 168 yards through the air. He has just been able to complete passes at will when his line has kept him relatively clean, minus that one sack for the Queen City defense.
Another drop play?
I can see it.
Nope, toss play. Dwayne Salmons off the outside. Great spin move. Dwayne Salmons breaks a tackle and gets it to the 23-yard line. Best runs of the game.
That was an immaculate play right there. Just hit that corner right there through that hole, spin move, misses it, and then the defender comes through to try to clean up that tackle, but he shakes it off, and then Casper Haddock was there to tack on the tackle at the end of the run. And now Salmons, 11 carries, 78 yards with 7.1 yards per carry. That's absolutely insane.
This run game has absolutely cooked as Chris Grain Jr. wants to get in the party as he gets 5 on the play off the right-hand side. You know, and that's what an offensive line wants. You know, Wade, the running game, right? Just let me go downhill and just move a guy.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, when you can establish the run and stay balanced, it opens up the play action, the rollouts, everything opens by focusing on the run game and getting that to work.
Salmons gets close to a first down. Will not get there. A gain of about 4.5. So we might see Cam Collier back onto the field. He's been the third and short specialist so far in this game. There he is. Give it to Collier. Easy first down. I mean, Queen City's just getting moved right up the middle.
They are. This line for Louisiana has been playing stout all game. And we have a little bit of an update from the Nashville game. Nashville up 17-3 over Canton, which was very late in the third quarter, nearing the start of the fourth quarter. But that is quite the shakeup in that game.
Toss play to Salmons. That one doesn't work. It gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made on the outside by Luke Swift, the outside linebacker, who does have now 4 solo tackles and 6 assisted tackles with a pass defense. Draw play again. This time Chris Grain Jr. gets about 4. Make it a 3rd down and goal.
So what would you do? If it's me, I'm going fullback dive up the middle. I mean, it's got you quite a bit each time you tried it. And so, I mean, why not?
Gonna go in the shotgun. They may try again that toss play off the outside. See if they can get a couple blocks. There it is. And nope, the blocks do not come in. Adam Banks whiffed on that one as Luke Swift makes another tackle. First tackle for a loss for Luke Swift. And on 4th down, Louisiana will have to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, and this linebacking crew for Queen City has been playing double duty all day, really getting as much as they can accomplished on the outside and through the middle. And now it forces Louisiana to kick the field goal, making it 27-0. But on that drive, it was just enough to get the moral victory by Queen City's defense and force Louisiana to have to kick a field goal. So, but, you know, now here comes the test where we can try to get their offense going and put up some points. They are getting shut out today.
Yeah, and now it's 4 possessions instead of 3 possessions. So now they do need the 4 touchdowns. This kick goes all the way to the back of the end zone for another touchback. So another Queen City drive that's going to start at their own 20-yard line. Your time is now to get your voice on the call. We are looking for passionate SFL participants to join our broadcast team for the continuation of SFLM Season 9, kicking off next month. Please visit simfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and be one of the biggest difference makers in the future of SFL action. Handoff goes to Jet 0 for a gain of 3 yards. And, you know, this is just an offense in Queen City that, again, despite having a couple of pieces here, they don't have a lot of depth. They're a bit challenged offensively.
They are, and to not have, you know, the best line, it doesn't help when you're trying to run the ball and you just can't get any push up front. You know, when there's not much hope on the ground game, it really sets your offense back when you've got to rely on your quarterback through everything, and you just can't pick up the consistent gains on the ground to really help out your offense.
3rd down and 2. James Matthew Jr., bottom of your screen. Handoff goes to Jet 0, spin moves, and doesn't go anywhere. Rim on the tackle. And it's going to be yet another 3 and out for the Corsairs offense. Just anemic.
Yeah, Queen City's got to start opening up their playbook and really leaning on the pass. I know we'd like to see them run, but at this point, they're running out of clock, and they've got to get yards in a hurry.
Fair catch is made by Twinscrew at the 33-yard line, and a gassed Corsairs defense will have to step back onto the field. Absolutely on their back foot.
You see that toss play again?
I think the draw out of this one.
Yep,
the draw. Dwayne Salmons gets balled up at the line of scrimmage, still gets about 3 yards.
They tried it. Casper Haddock was right there in the area, blew it up for only a 3-yard gain. They've been watching that happen all day and finally showed up and got the stop. Great job by Casper Haddock to force that stop.
3-4 defense here for Queen City. Handoff to Collier as he just trucks a guy about 4 yards to the 1st down.
Casper Haddock has been feasting all day. Casper Haddock started that tackle, but Collier is just too strong. Carries him for an extra 3 or 4 yards to pick up the 1st. And really, Queen City's defense is reeling right now. Louisiana is having their way with them, and now they've got a decent formation to maybe run or pass.
Gonna be a bunch set. Handoff, Salmons off the left-hand side, and another broken tackle, and it takes 2 Corsairs to bring him to the ground. 8 yards.
And I've said it again. I will say it again. Louisiana's line and just the blockers in general have just been doing an amazing job today, springing open the holes and letting these running backs really just feast. Look at that, 16 carries, 90 yards, 5.6 yards per carry. And that's kind of been the story for both of these running backs, all of these running backs.
Chris Grant Jr. easily gets a 1st down, rolls over a guy up to the 38-yard line of Queen City. And looks like Alex Marshall is down. Yes, he is. Queen City defense that cannot withstand losses on their defense. You know, they're pretty thin as it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, they only have Alex Marshall as the only free safety. They have GB Wallace as strong safety and very thin on defense, and that will absolutely set them back the rest of this game if he has to miss, you know, quite a bit of an extended period of time on defense.
High formation for Louisiana. Toss play. Salmons, great blocking up front. GB Wallace makes the tackle after a 6-yard gain.
And I can see them.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, partner.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see them leaning on the run game the rest of the way. Just, I mean, burn down the clock, and it's working. So, like, just right here, fullback dive. gets another first down. So if they can just continue this, they can just run this game out.
And you know you're doing something right when a fullback dive gets you 7 yards. I mean, it's normally a play designed to get a couple and a first down on like 3rd and short, 2nd and short situation, goal line kind of situation. Utah to throw. Utah all day to throw passes to a wide open guy to the 7-yard line and a 1st and goal. Tommy Utah not being asked to do too much here, Wade. I mean, has 22 passing attempts, has completed 13 of them. And, you know, his longest throw of the game, 25 yards to Kingston Ellington. I mean, he's just kind of managing the game in a good sense. Sometimes the term game manager or managing the game is put in a bad light. But if you're managing the game, you're doing something right. You're leading your team to a victory.
100%. And he's been eating in the middle, but has also done well on the outside, both left and right. But like you mentioned, hasn't had to do much. He's had a clean pocket almost all game and has been able to really pick his targets.
Sammons gets bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle right there, made by the defense. That was number 50, Eric Barton, one of the backup linebackers. 2nd down and goal, last play of the 3rd quarter. Toss play. Grant gets tackled behind the line. Nice back-to-back plays by the Corsair defense. And this is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Louisiana 27, Queen City nothing. You're watching the Simulation Football League right here on YouTube. And a word from the league.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
So 3rd down and goal for Louisiana. They go 5 wide here. Utah, the throw. Utah goes left, tries to scramble, and gets tackled by Stinson before he gets to the goal line. As Queen City, I mean, to their credit, once, you know, they're getting inside the 20-25 yard line, they've been able to make a couple of stops.
You're right. And that was Casper Haddock on that play, and he's been playing big in the red zone so far on defense. He's had a number of stops, you know, inside the red zone, and right there, no different. Continues to chip away at the offense and lay hits on people and really take down their stamina. And unfortunately, it's been a day that the offense of Queen City hasn't been able to get going. But, you know, when Louisiana's offense has been, you know, going up and down the field, so far Queen City's defense has done a respectable job of getting stops and forcing field goals.
This kick goes deep. Who will try to return it. He does get past the 20 to the 25. One of the best field positions Queen City has had in a while, to be fair.
Yes, indeed.
And that's not even saying much at the 25-yard line. Right now, obviously, Queen City thinking of next season. You just want to, you know, try to get a little bit of momentum over the last couple of games, you know, going into next season. You know, this is coach's opportunity to, you know, see what plays work, what kind of scheme you want to build around your players, or what players you want to build, you know, around your scheme. As Evan Arthur goes down with an injury as well. So a couple of DB injuries here over the last few minutes of play.
Yes, and that's not what Louisiana wants to see. You know, if they want to really put the pedal to the metal and not allow Queen City back into this ball game, they need a clean bill of health on both sides of the ball. But Queen City, you know, looking at a manageable 2nd and 4, so they want to do all they can to not have a 3 and out for all the sake of this ball game.
2nd down and 4. Blanton to throw, goes to the flat. James Matthew Jr. for a gain of about 3.5. And James Matthew Jr. Has not had those explosive plays that he has had in the last few weeks. You know, he had a big touchdown against the Aztecs on Saturday night, or Sunday night, excuse me. and this time he's been just completely shut down by this defense.
He has, and it's been a great game plan by Louisiana, and right there, big stop by Louisiana's defense. And it's just been the story of the game for Queen City. They just have not been able to get anything going. And do you prefer to see them? Oh, no, they're going to punt. I was about to ask if we see them go for it, but yeah, a little too early. But now it's going to set Louisiana back in some decent territory.
Yeah, that's domination right there. I mean, when you cannot get half an inch on third down in inches, and Queen City waving a little bit of the white flag right here as they punt it to Louisiana to the 33. 8:35 left here in regulation as Week 12 continues tomorrow, headlined by the 18th Corbin Cup between 6-3 Charleston and 5-4 Carolina at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Action around the league includes Indianapolis, Chicago in the early block, plus Fort Worth, Bossier City, and Denver, Motor City in the late window. It's another doubleheader SFL Sunday night, or Sunday right here on SFL YouTube. 5 more yards here for Dwayne Salmons as every back has eaten here for Louisiana so far in this game. I mean, Noah Scott is the backup fullback, but everybody else has had at least 4 yards per carry.
Yeah, they've been having their way on the ground game so far, and it just continues right here. Almost another first down.
Chris Grant Jr. gets another 4 yards on that one.
And
we're going to see more of Cam Collier, I think, here in the next play.
Absolutely, 100% agree with you. And really, it's been a good showing by Louisiana, and it kind of keeps their somewhat wild card hopes alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Collier easily picks up a first down as he carries the defender with him. Yeah, absolutely. You know, they're 3-5. You know, it's a little bit of a tall order. Normally in the SFL, you want to get to the 7-win mark. That's the number that you want to get. Even at 7-5, sometimes it's not even enough, Wade. You know, I remember we had a season a few seasons ago, back in season 20, I'm pretty sure. We finished 7-5, and we missed out on the playoffs on tiebreakers. So, you know, 7-5 is the minimum that you want to get. Normally, that gives you a fair shot, a decent shot. So, Louisiana, to be in that position, they have to win out. And this is a strong start to a potential 4-game sweep here in the last month of SFL football.
Absolutely, it is. And I even remember when Tulsa was still around, when I was on there, we finished with a winning record and still couldn't make it into the playoffs. So really, anything can happen come playoff time.
100%. Louisiana seems that they have called off the Dogs as well here on a 30-0 beating of the Corsairs. .626 left and counting. Utah to throw. Utah all day again. Passes to John Michael Sutter, but a good tackle by Luke Swift. Drives him backwards, only maybe a gain of 1 yard. And Louisiana, for the first time in a while, will be forced to punt.
Better late than never. Queen City finally forces them to punt, and they might have a decent field position if they can get a little return here. But we'll see how they set up.
Gets it to about the 19-yard line as Wood, the number 1 wide receiver, will trot back into the field here on offense. It's been one of the better players. He has 3 catches for 52 yards. No catches for Joseph Boudet. No catches for Ace Ketchum either in this game. Jet Zero gets the handoff, will truck forward for a gain of 5. And I think that's something that Queen City has to do a little bit more. You know, they don't have a lot of receivers, Wade, but the ones that they do have, you got involved in more a little bit. You know, Joseph Boudet, no catches, for example, only 1 target. Gotta give him a chance. Catch him with the handoff. Decent run right there by Ace Ketchum. Gets about 9 in the first.
Yeah, and breaking news, this just in, Nashville wins it 17-10 over Canton in that other game. So that's one thing to keep note for the playoff standings.
So that East Division, I mean, Carolina's a good football team, and they're last in that division.
Yeah.
I mean, the Skyhawks are playing some really good football at 5-4 and still dead last. I mean, Florida 7-2, Charleston 6-3, Atlanta 6-4. Nashville puts themselves at a 6-4 record. Carolina at the bottom at 5-4. Just craziness going in the East Division as Travis Blanton is, well, running for his life, and he will lose 11 yards.
Yeah, they brought the house, and they got to him in a hurry.
2nd and 21. Blanton checks it down. 0 gets 1.
And they're going to go for it.
No huddle. This is just not a great drive to be in the no. And they will hand off the ball. 1 yard, 4th and 19. And let's see what they do here if they try to go for it on 4th and a mile.
I mean, why not? You have nothing to lose.
Why not?
Hey, pick up a first down right here.
Why not? Blanton to throw, deep, intercepted. And being returned past the 30-yard line, past the 25, and up to the 22-yard line to cap off a sensational defensive game. Chuck Diesel with the interception.
Yeah, Chuck Diesel was right there playing a zone, just stood strong. The pass was right to him, and he returned it for 27 yards on the interception. He has 5 tackles in the ball game, so add that to the stats. It's been a phenomenal game by the Louisiana defense, and right there kind of caps it off to really make it an excellent game, and they can look forward to trying to maintain this groove going into the playoffs if they can make it.
And off to Collier, pushes the pile, able to find a little bit of space and gets 1. Emmanuel Petrello with the tackle. Louisiana will presumably run down this clock as much as they can.
Yeah,
City with 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning still.
Yeah, that definitely be the route I would take if it was me. I mean, just continue just to pound the rock, pick up, 3-4 yards per carry, set yourself up with a few first downs and really run this clock out the rest of the game.
Offset I formation. Collier again gets skinny and gets about 6. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
I mean, shoot, go back to Collier. I mean, if he's out there, go back to him or just pound Salmons up the middle, try to pick up this first.
The Louisiana Revolution will go to 4-5, matching their win total of last season when they went 4-8. So Louisiana presumably making some improvements here and this year. Last season they also started 3-5 and they went on to go 4-8. So hopefully for Louisiana's sake they can finish up stronger, as this run will not go very far. Maybe a gain of about half a yard. That will take us to the 2-minute warning.
An excellent defensive stand by Queen City's defense. They've been getting a lot of work today, and right there forced now the field goal attempt after getting the interception for the offense, and really inside about the 30-yard line, Louisiana had the ball.
2-minute warning from Homa, Louisiana. Louisiana complete control of this one from the very first play of the game to the very last. 30-0 over the Corsairs. I'm Ramos Lynn, and Wade Phillips joins me in the booth. Wade, for Queen City upcoming games, they have a bye week next week, and so they can prepare for none other than the Canton Classics at home, and they go visit the Pittsburgh Riverhawks for what you would presume to be their best chance of getting a win this year.
Absolutely. I mean, that's definitely something they can do. Pittsburgh at the moment is 1-8, so within the realm of possibility that Queen City can claim their first victory after a very tough battle against Canton, who is 8-1. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough ball game. But Pittsburgh, I can foresee them putting in a valiant effort, but it'll be a matchup that both these teams want to finish out strong, and go into the offseason with a little bit of hope on their side.
Yeah, worth noting, Canton now 8-2 because of the loss to Nashville, and Pittsburgh goes down to 1-9 because of the loss to Baltimore. They played Baltimore extremely tight. Actually, they had a lead for a moment in that game, and they ended up losing just by 3 points. So Pittsburgh, despite the record, playing some tough opponents tough. As far as Louisiana is concerned, upcoming, as this is a pass to James Matthew Jr., first time James Matthew Jr., I believe, gets more than 10 yards in one play. Louisiana goes against Nashville, who just beat the Canton Classics. Then they go travel to Houston for a divisional match. Houston will also be in desperate need for a win, and they close out the season against Motor City at home. So 3 out of the last 4 games for the Revs here in Louisiana. This pass to Jet Zero goes for about 6 yards, and they will call a timeout. This Revolution defense has been top 10 in the league in points allowed per game, only 17 points allowed per game. That will also, or obviously, improve after a shutout if they can hold on to this shutout over the last minute and so of the game. Blanton to throw, the pass deep. What a great throw, best throw of the game by Travis Blanton over to Wood for a first.
Absolutely. And it's looking like that first stride that they had where they got into decent territory so far in this ball game, it has just been pretty average for Queen City on their rushing yards. They averaged about 45 yards per game, and so far right on average, but it's been Louisiana all over the run game today.
Jet Zero gets that catch for about 11 yards and another first down. The thing that has killed Queen City this year has been the turnover differential. Wow, what a great catch right there by James Matthew Jr. Matter of fact, that's the Nice Hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands. Play the only video game with your player in it, 4K23. Jet Zero tries to get to the end zone. He will not tackle right there at the 2-yard line, but far and away the best drive Queen City has had this entire game. They don't want to be shut out.
No, they don't. And so if they can get something, hey, get a field goal, get something, get some points for pride, because it has just been a day to forget for Queen City. And if they can, put some points on the board, they can at least go say they did it. But like you mentioned, the turnover differential, -20 up until this game for Queen City. It's just not been a season that they want to remember on defense for turnovers.
Blanton to the end zone, incomplete, well covered by Tank Bennett. 2nd and goal coming up.
And that was almost a touchdown right there, but fortunately for Louisiana, they shut it down, and now Queen City has to do something. Let's see if they can maybe hit that slot receiver for a touchdown.
2nd down and goal. Blanton to throw. End zone. Boudet. Touchdown. I think the first catch for Joseph Boudet all game long. And that will be a touchdown.
Yeah, just like I called it. Yes. Louisiana called zone coverage, and Boudet had no one on him. Oh, yeah, now they're going to review. But excellent play.
Ref.
Yeah, I know, right? Come on, ref. Don't be a cheapskate out there. But
I'll give it to him, man. So we're going to take a retroactive look at the play. Presented by Retroid. Get your console to play SFL on the go at goretroid.com. We're just going to get that angle. I don't think it's enough to overturn it.
Refs had the under.
And it's going to be overturned anyway. So Queen City will have to try it again, as the coaching staff of Louisiana really wants to keep that shutout.
Yes, they do. I mean, Queen City, just if you can get just 1 yard, that's all you need, 1 yard. You can put it all together, get it right here.
It's literally the nose of the football, and they're going to go in the shotgun. They're going to go in the shotgun. 3rd and goal. Blanton to throw. Blanton to the end zone. Picked off. Why not? That's just the summary of the entire game, folks. If you didn't watch this game, that play tells you everything.
Yes, it does. This game summed up in one play, and it's just when you're on first, third and goal on the inch-yard line, and you go shotgun. It's just been telling all day that Queen City has just been having the worst luck in this game, and Louisiana just put their foot down and closed it out strong.
As Tommy Utah puts the knee in the dirt, and as we approach the last two plays of this game, Wade, just want to hear your player of the game and final thoughts.
For player of the game, I have to say Cameron Collier. When his name was called, he did everything he could to get first downs, touchdowns. He ended with 2 touchdowns and multiple first downs, and was an absolute monster on the run game, in the blocking game as well.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to go with the other back, Dwayne Salmons. 22 carries, over 100 yards. Didn't get in the end zone, but he was the main bell cow of this Louisiana offense. An offense that dominated up front. Shout out also goes to everybody in the line of scrimmage. Offensive line here for Louisiana. They played a sensational ball game, and they just completely dominated up front. 33-0. Louisiana dominates at home against the Queen City Corsairs. We're going to take a look at the final stats of this one. And Wade, everything Louisiana.
Yeah, everything except for turnovers was Louisiana. And it's just been, look at that, 15 minutes versus 24 minutes. It's going to be rough all day. And it was just the tale of the ground games. Louisiana was just eating it up, and Queen City just could not get anything going. But these defenses really showed up big in the red zones. Both teams did excellent jobs maintaining their discipline and stopping any long drives.
Yes, indeed. Louisiana moves up to 4-5. They have a pretty tough stretch, going against a divisional opponent. And we'll see if they can make a playoff push. Wade Phillips, Ramos Lynn, we out.